Welcome to another episode of the Candlelit Tales for Kids Storytelling. We are brought to you thanks to Meath County Council Library Services, and today I am with Oisin. My name is Aron Hegarty, and today we're going to tell you a few stories all about Lugh. Who's Lugh? Who's Lugh? I'll tell you. Lunasa, the month of August, is named after this Celtic sun god named Lugh. And the reason that we have a circle around the Celtic crosses, if you know what they are, is because the Celtic people used to praise the sun, especially in summertime, because, it's very hot. We don't get a lot of it. So, put a circle around the Celtic cross to signify our association with the Celtic sun god. And this is his name, Lugh, which we gave to Lunasa in August. Now, we're going to tell you a couple of stories. The birth and boyhood of Lugh and how he killed Balor of the Evil Eye. We'll get into that. And we might tell you one more story afterwards. So, strap in and we'll get going. Balor of the Evil Eye. See, Balor, well, he was a Fomorian, a Fuimura, one of the people who had dominion over the sea. And he was a great sea raider and a pirate. But he became the king of the Fomorian people after he burnt his eye on a magic potion. That one eye gave him the power to look at anyone he wanted and cause them death. He became the king of the Fomorian people then, because anytime he wanted anything, he could just look at someone. Very handy sort of power to have. Now, there was a prophecy. That Balor could only ever be killed by his grandson. And so, he locked his only daughter up in a tall crystal tower on the far north tip of Tory Island, which is in the north of Ireland. Well, that was that settled, he thought. Until he heard the baby wailing from the tower. His daughter, his only daughter, had her only child. And so he threw the child, a little boy with gleaming blonde hair, over the cliff and into the ocean. Wasn't very nice. But luckily for the little boy, the king of the sea, the god of the ocean, was watching Manannán mac Lir. He sent a wave and caught the babe and brought it all the way to Ireland's shore. Manannán mac Lir, well, he knew this boy would grow up to be a brilliant hero of the Tuatha Dé Danann. And he wanted to ensure that he got the right type of teaching. Not right, proper schooling. A way to bring him up. So he brought him all over Ireland. And he taught him as best he could. And he named him Lugh. Now Lugh was very eager to learn. And he wanted to learn all sorts of things. And, well, he had lots of questions. And when he asked a question, luckily for him, he would remember the answer always. He could only have to ask it once and he'd remember for the rest of his days. And if he was shown a skill, like playing guitar, well, he'd master it instantly. Or how to use weapons, swords and spears, shields, and he could master it as soon as he was shown. Any obstacle he was given, he would overcome it with skill and grace. He travelled all the way from the north to the south, to the east and west, and all over Ireland he went, till he came to the Isle of Man. And there Manannán mac Lir, well, he trained and he taught him as best he could. And Manannán mac Lir knew that this child would one day grow up to fulfill his destiny. But the rumours of war were spreading out throughout all of Ireland. And Manannán Mac Lir gave Lugh a shining sword, a shining spear, and sent him off to Tara, where all of the warriors and wise men and helpful ones were gathering. Men and women alike were going to Tara if they could be of use for the great battle that was to come. And so, Lugh walked all the way up to Tara, and he saw warriors and druids and chefs, cooks, and even amazing people of healing powers gathering in Tara. Now, he went up to the gatekeeper and knocked. But the gatekeeper answered and said,
"What do you want? We're busy with a war here."
Well, Lugh replied that he was here to offer his service. "I am, after all, a warrior."
Have you not seen our camp? We have lots of warriors. We've plenty of warriors. We don't need any more warriors.
They have lots of warriors. Well, he thought, I'm a healer as well. I'm very good at healing people.
We have Dean Kecht. He made the silver arm for Nuada.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that pretty good? I know. I'm also a chef. I'm a very good cook. I'm great at making sandwiches.
We have the Dagda, who has this cauldron of plenty, which has plenty for everybody, and it's lovely. Last night we had stew.
All right.
It was amazing. This morning the breakfast is unreal.
Oh no. Okay. Well, I'm also really good at writing, and I'm a bard. I'm a poet.
Well, we have Ogma. You know the guy that made. You know the way you can read that stuff on the trees. Ogma, he made up the language that we use.
Writing.
Yes.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Well, what about the fact that I'm also brilliant at making swords and keeping them and repairing them? I'm a smith, forging stuff on fire. Really good at that.
Yeah, we have him, Kane's brother.
You have everybody.
Yeah, we do. We literally have the best of everybody.
But then Lugh went on to list all of the many other things he was brilliant at, including being a stargazer, as well as a cupbearer, which he was dismissed, until eventually Lugh said, "Go and tell your king, who's sitting up there in the high throne, looking out over all of Ireland, tell him that I am master of all of these things that I've said."
Master of all?
Master of all the things I've said, yeah.
Are you the Eildonach? I'll go ask Nuada.
So, the gatekeeper went up to ask the king of the Tuatha Dé Danann, Nuada of the Silver Hand. And Nuada realised that they were in the presence of a brilliant warrior, the Eildonach, the master of all. And so they let him in. And then they asked Lugh what they should do. How should they face the Fomorians? This terrible invasion coming from the north coast with Balor of the Evil Eye. Well, Lugh didn't know exactly what to do. So he asked everyone around what they were good at. And he got the warriors on one side, the strong guys and the fast guys. And then he got the sword makers and the smiths. And then he got the healers. And he got the druids and the poets. And he got everybody arranged out on the plains of Moitura ready for the invasion. And with Lugh's orders, they dug great pits for healing herbs to be put into. Dagda had a great feast for everybody, and he played music to inspire them and lift their hearts. And so they were ready for the battle. 3 long days of fighting went by. The Fomorians came at them, and they were fierce and terrible, but Lugh directed the army exactly what they should do. And they managed to beat them back and back and back. After 3 days, it looked like they might win. Until the Fomorians, they sent for Balor of the Evil Eye. All he needed to do was look. With one great glance from his eye, he could destroy the entire army of the Tuatha Dé Danann. Well, he was so old at this stage, Balor, he needed to have hooks put into his eyelid so they could drag back the huge posthumous eye and unleash the magic blast. It was very scary, and the great huge head of Balor's wheeled out, and they all looked at the massive eye being slowly opened as people pulled with ropes. Lugh knew just what to do. He jumped up then and caught a stone, and he ran towards them and threw a stone right towards Balor of the Evil Eye, and it hit him in the eyeball, swiveling right around and blasting out the back of his head. Well, amazingly, Lugh won the battle there and then, and everybody saw the Fomorian army run away back to the hills. From that day forward, Lugh got the name Lugh of the Long Hand for that great throw, Lugh Law Fada, and we still remember him today, every month of August, which we gave the name to, in Irish, Lunasa. You. Thanks, Oisin.
Thanks, Aron.
Do we have another time? Do we have time for one more story?
Probably a quick one.
I mean, there was a celebration party, so we could tell a bit about that. Well, they had a great big party, and they were dancing, they were jumping, they were singing, and they were going, and they were having such a great time, and they were leaping about the place because Lugh had won the battle, and they were having a celebration. Lugh Lawfada was to become the king of the Tuatha Danann, and they had all of the people there to celebrate. Most important for all of them, they thought, was Dagda. You see, the Dagda, he had all of the music, he had all of the food, he had the cauldron that never ran empty, the cauldron of plenty after all it was, and any time you put your hand in it, you could get whatever you wished to eat, including sandwiches, if you wanted a sandwich. Anyway, they were having a grand old time for themselves, and the Dagda was famous for being able to play on his magical harp any mood that he wanted the listeners to feel. And right now he was playing a happy song, but he could just as easily turn it into a sad song. People would get very sad if that was the case, because he was very good at playing sad music. But he could also, if needed, play sleepy music and put everybody into fast, deep, restful sleep. He's very good at that. Now, they were of course playing happy music right now because it was time for celebration. But the Dagda put down his harp. He was tired after all for a while, and he put it down. And he went over to have a drink and something to eat. And when he turned around, there was no harp. His harp was gone. He didn't know what to do. Where'd it go? Anyway, no one knew what to do. So he had to bring his best friend Lugh, who was very handy at helping out and stuff. And they asked, where did the harp go? Lugh said, I know just what to do. And he looked out and he saw loads of little footprints leading up to the north coast. And so Lugh knew what to do. He said, this harp has been stolen. It's been stolen away by the fairies, the Fae, maybe even our enemies, the Fomorians. So they didn't know what to do, but they knew they had to follow the footprints. So they went uphill, downhill, through the forest, past the streams, around one corner, over to a cliff, along the coast, and all the way to the north. And then they saw a great big hall. Huge it was. And the sun was dipping low in the sky. And they opened the door. They glanced inside. Well, they couldn't believe. They saw all of the warriors, the Fomorians, with their sword and their shield, lying on the ground, fast asleep. But there on the wall was the Dagda's harp. The Dagda was about to run for it, but Lugh stopped him. He said, "No, 1 second. Wait. We can't wake them all up." So he said, "Come here. Come here. We'll sneak in along, okay? Sneak in along. And we'll grab the harp and we'll sneak back along all the way out. Be grand." Or, Lugh thought, he might kick one of them. We could climb up onto the rafters and sneak along there, reach down, grab it, and then sneak back along. But Lugh was worried he might fall. But as he was worrying, the Dagda looked at the harp, and knowing all he had to say was the words, "Come here to me, harp," he looked at the wall and said,
"Come here to me, harp."
And the harp flew off the wall and went running to the Dagda, who grabbed it in his hands, and all of the Fomorians woke up. Lugh said, "Quick, quick, play something that's going to distract them. Play something. Yeah. Oh, hey, ha, yoo. Oh, that's good. Yes, indeed. All right. Oh. And all of the Fomorians started dancing and leaping about and having a great time for themselves." But then the song weaned off and ended. And then all of the Fomorians realised they weren't happy, they weren't glad, they were angry and mad, and so they picked up their swords and they ran towards Dagda and Lugh. And then Lugh said, "Quick, quick, quick, play something that will turn them away from being angry." The Dagda thought of a sad song, so he played a sad song. And all of the Fomorians, they dropped their shields and their swords. They started all crying, didn't they? All of them, grown huge giants, were crying huge tears and snot was dribbling out of their nose and all. They didn't look very dignified. They were sobbing and holding each other and bawling their eyes out. But eventually, the Dagda's song came to an end. And they remembered that they weren't sad. They were mad. And they blew their noses in their jumpers because they were icky. And they went straight for Lugh and Dagda. They picked up their swords and shields and ran for them until Lugh said, "Quick, play something that will last this time." And he played a song of sleep. And all of the Fomorians fell into a deep slumbering sleep. And Lugh and Dagda backed carefully away and left the Fomorians where they were. When they got back to Tara and they hill with all of the Tuatha Danann, well, Lugh asked the Dagda to play something a bit happier, a bit cheerier, a bit more festive. After all, the sun was out and it was time for celebrations. Thank you very much for listening to another Candlelit Tales for Kids storytelling session. We hope you enjoyed this one, and thank you very much to Meath County Library Services for having us. And we hope you've enjoyed. If you haven't liked and subscribed to our Candlelit Tales channel, please do so now. Go on, do it. Have you done it yet?